online, on the TuneIn app, and on your smart speaker. Play Shock Radio.
This is Shock
News.
It's 1 o'clock, and this is your Shock News update on Saturday, the 7th of December. I'm Alfie Mulcahy. The King's cancer treatment will be reduced in the new year, he says, because of early diagnosis, successful care, and by following doctors' orders. Charles made the announcement in a video for Channel 4's Stand Up to Cancer last night. His Majesty has urged the 9 million people across the UK who are behind with screening appointments to get checked. Robin Muir from Maggie's Treatment Centre in Manchester says the message will spark conversation.
When somebody like King Charles talks about their experience, it allows other people to do that, and it starts conversations between them and their loved ones about what they experience with their cancer.
Shock News Update.
Donald Trump says he knows nothing about the latest release of photos from paedophile Jeffrey Epstein's estate. He was featured in the images released by the Democrats, along with former US leader Bill Clinton and Microsoft boss Bill Gates. President Trump signed a bill last month ordering the US Justice Department to release case files within 30 days. The deadline is next Friday. Republican Thomas Massey says it has to happen.
It's a crime if they don't. It's not like they're in contempt of Congress because they didn't respond to a subpoena. This is a new law with, criminal implications if they don't follow it.
Shock News Update.
Zach Polansky has denied claims the Green Party would push for open borders on immigration. The party's leader says it was never in the manifesto and it's being used by political opponents to question his credibility.
When the world is in political turmoil and we have deep inequality, that is not a situation we can move to. That would also involve massive international agreements and cooperation that clearly is not a pragmatic conversation to have right now. And very often the government try to push that attack line at us to make us look not pragmatic.
Last year, they called for more safe and legal routes and for the Home Office to be replaced with a Department of Migration.
Shock News Update.
Within the last hour, figures have been released showing that the UK has been through its longest period since 2018 without any migrants arriving on small boats. The last reported arrivals were on the 14th of November. So far, 39,292 people have crossed to the UK aboard small boats this year, already more than any other year except 2022. A Nobel Peace Prize laureate has reportedly been violently detained. Nagrez Mahami was awarded the honour in 2023 for her work defending women's rights and human rights in Iran. Her supporters say she was detained northeast of the capital whilst attending a memorial for a human rights lawyer who was found dead in unclear circumstances. And there are warnings the world could face a genuine risk of running out of coffee. The price of coffee beans has risen more than 20% so far this year, after soaring by 70% in 2024. A sustainability specialist says within 10 years, there may be nowhere left to grow them due to factors like climate change, unstable crops, and a dwindling supply. Now, with us all this morning's sport news, here's Lewis Mason from the Sky Sports Centre.
Liverpool boss Arne Slot insists he'll have the final say on whether Mo Salah features against Brighton in the Premier League today. The forward was left out of their midweek win over Inter Milan in the Champions League following an interview criticising his treatment from the club. He's back in the squad today after talks with Slot, but the Liverpool boss says directors of the club also had their input.
We've decided as a club, and I was part of that decision, not to take him towards the Inter Milan game. And I'm always in contact with them, but when it comes to the decision making of the lineup or the squad, they always leave that open to me. But that's not to say that I don't talk to them.
It's top against bottom later as Arsenal host Wolves. Hearts will end the day 6 points clear at the top of the Scottish Premiership if they win at Falkirk this evening. Owner Hegerberg now has 7 goals in 7 games after scoring in West Brom's 2-0 win against Sheffield United in the Championship. Arsenal visit Everton in the Women's Super League this lunchtime, knowing victory will take them up to second. Leinster have 2 wins from 2 in Rugby Union's Champions Cup after fighting back to beat Leicester 23-15 at Welford Road. They were 15-6 down at half-time. Sale will be without England fly half George Ford for their trip to Claremont today as he continues to recover from a groin injury. Christian Wade is expected to make his Rugby Union return later when his new club at Newcastle take on Lions in the European Challenge Cup. He's back in the sport after a brief spell in rugby league with Wigan. And former champion Rob Cross feels like he's back after reaching the second round of the World Darts Championship. He ended his 5-match losing streak by beating Core Decker 3-0 at Alexandra Palace. Cross tells Sky Sports News he could go far in the competition.
I adore this place, I adore the fans, I think they're amazing, For me, I just want to get up here and play my best stuff, and if I can do that, I've got a chance. I've definitely got a chance.
World number 2 Luke Humphries begins his campaign against Ted Everts tonight.
Thanks, Lewis. We're sticking with sport just for a moment. Australian TV network 7 has accused a member of England's cricket staff of a physical altercation with one of their cameramen. It's understood a report of the alleged incident at Brisbane Airport has been passed on to the touring team. The ECB and Cricket Australia have both yet to comment.
Shock News Update.
Let's take a look at this morning's front pages where the King's health update dominates. The Mirror leads with His Majesty, who says his cancer treatment is to be reduced in the new year. It's the same story on the cover of The Telegraph and The Times, who are reporting that the message was issued as part of a screening awareness programme. The Express say the King credited doctors' orders for his good news, and the Mail points out that the news will be especially welcome in the run-up to Christmas. Meanwhile, The Sun offers an affectionate pun: strong to reign over us. In other news, Sir Keir Starmer has written for The Guardian and says it's irresponsible for doctors to strike next week in the middle of the flu outbreak. He called it beyond disbelief. Meanwhile, the Eye reports special efforts are being made to make sure children are vaccinated. The Financial Times says the EU has indefinitely frozen more than £180 billion of Russian government assets. We will find you is the headline on the front page of today's Manchester Evening News. That's their message to the gang mastermind who's still at large after £1.8 million worth of drugs were found. And ending on a lighter note, The Star has a photo of darts champion Luke Littler's unfortunate encounter with a wasp during an interview with Sky Sports.
Shock News Update.
And finally today, the eldest son of John le Carre says he's keeping his father's legacy alive. The spy novelist passed away 5 years ago. Now there's a stage adaptation of one of his books, a TV series to come, and another series already in its second season. Simon, his son, says him and his brothers all work hard to make sure no one forgets their father. Sarah Baxter is from the Society of Authors, and she thinks it's a smart move.
That kind of partnership can go on to give a whole new lease of life to works that may have been written many, many years ago, and it can go on to generate a lot of income for a literary estate.
Shock weather.
Bright to begin the weekend, though skies will turn increasingly grey throughout the day as cloud thickens from the northwest. Winds are also strengthening with coastal gales in places later. Maximum temperatures today of 10 degrees Celsius across Salford. That's all from me for today and for this year. Your final Shock Radio News update will be tomorrow morning at 10:50. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We're leaving you with some non-stop Shockmas.
Merry Christmas from us to you. Shock Radio.